Welcome back, guys, to Psycho Enigma's F1 2016 career mode. Sorry this video is starting off a little bit jumbled by doing the qualifying goals because I didn't record practice. I looked over to my recording software and was like, that's not recording, and I'd already proceeded to the quali because I normally cut it after quali. So yeah, practice. We did a couple of the programs, but some of them were just, you know, not too great. So we're going into qualifying now. We're actually at the end of our Q1 lap. You know, Renault engine, Baku, we had a couple of upgrades, we're massively up on our Delta, we're like a second up on our previous lap time. I obviously took it very cautiously to begin with, and here we go, we're flying at such a long straight, 222 miles an hour we hit as we do a 1:44.5, 2 seconds off Hamilton, and it was good enough for 21st place. We are going to have our work cut out for us this weekend, unfortunately. Genuinely looks like it's going to be a bit of a struggle, I reckon, in regards to trying to go up the field. So obviously there wasn't really much I could say, not really much I could even think about in regards to that, realizing of what we had in front of us was just going to be this mammoth session on the sort of basis of Baku. It's a new track, I'm not 100% used to it yet, so not really much I can look to do. I got 21st, that was on super soft tyres. It's not as even if I went out early just to try and get any kind of banker lap, really. So here's how minuscule resource points. We're going to be trying to build those up for some bigger upgrades in the future. Looking at our rivalry, though, it obviously Grosjean's going to catch us quite a bit here. I think he was faster. No, we were ever so slightly quicker in the final sector. So we're leading the Grosjean rivalry by 2 points. And obviously Renault not too happy with the performance we put in qualifying, only to get 21st. But things will get better. Things will get better. You know, let's listen to Emma and what the board have said on what we should have for the race.
Just wanted to let you know what the team are hoping for in the race.
So we've got 14th place or higher. I mean, obviously starting from this far back in a car, I mean, we're still only the, you know, 6th or 7th fastest team. We're not exactly up there, as it were. So looks as if we've got our work cut out for us. But it's time for the Baku Grand Prix in Azerbaijan.
From Ayrton Senna's famous Donington win in 1993 to Stewart Grand Prix's only victory with Johnny Herbert at the Nürburgring, the European Grand Prix has some special entries into the Motorsport Hall of Fame. But it's time now to create new legends and new memories here on the shores of the Caspian Sea. With 20 turns and a length of 3.7 miles, Baku City Circuit in the heart of the Azerbaijan capital is a real test of a driver's endurance, patience and precision. 90-degree corners through Sector 1 lead into a tightening uphill sprint as we start to circle around the old city. Then a 1.4-mile chase flat out through Sector 3 towards the finish line. Anthony Davidson joins me today as we look ahead to something just a little bit different. It's quite high speed for a street circuit here, isn't it? Do you think that's going to throw up any unexpected situations?
Well, as long as the teams can keep everything cool, I don't foresee any particular big issues from a technical side of things. I do expect the track to be quite slippery though. We've not exactly had much chance to rubber in the surface. Any street circuit also comes with its own challenges, so I think we'll be seeing a few mistakes here and there. The smart strategy would be to expect a safety car, I think, especially early on when the pack is bunched up.
We desperately need a good result today. Get out there and show them why you're the number one.
I mean, our engineer isn't lying, you know, after the performance we put in practice. So, like most street circuits, effectively this is going to be looking like a one-stop for the most part. But I realised from the back here, I'm probably going to be better off running effectively more sets of tyres and just burning them and going as fast as I can. So I think in this sort of instance, I go to the two-stop. It's quite interesting that the other two street circuits on the calendar, which is Monaco and Singapore, the fact we run ultra soft tyres there, and there's no ultra soft tyre for Baku. But yeah, I suppose, you know, we can look to go to the two-stop. It's one that I did customise. I'm not 100% sure if I selected it. Also took a bit of fuel out the car because I figured that I would be essentially just you running most of the like a lap early in standard, and you only really go rich down the back straight. So here we go, off on the formation lap. Then we got to wait obviously a long time before anyone's going to pull away here, because obviously we're so far down the back. I mean, we weren't even this far down in Australia, so it goes to show how I just wasn't confident with the circuit. If I'm 100% honest, I really just couldn't get to grips with the flow of the track. But obviously, you know, no points for qualifying. All the points are earned in the race. A little bit of an odd start to the formation lap there. Obviously, NASA and Gutierrez just being a bit off with me. But we're on the soft tyre, so we're going to run quite deep into the Grand Prix, hopefully, as we throw it down the inside of Pascal Wehrlein. But as we go to 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and it's going Baku. Off the line, we're going to look to try and out-drag Felipe Nasr, get in behind the slipstream of Pascal Wehrlein now. Gutierrez looking to make a move. Everyone bunches up into turn 1. We dive initially to the inside, but then take it careful. Massa is going to out-drag us on the outside with better grip. We're going to send it down the inside of a couple of guys here into the second 90-degree angle corner. Looked like I originally turned in a bit too early and probably could have taken the nose off it there. But we are now up into 16th place after the first 2 opening corners there. And we're now going to slip onto the back of Bottas. Have a little look into the next left-hander, but think better of it. As we now move on to the next fast chicane later on in the lap, we're going to send one down the inside. Bottas hold it around the outside, but we're going to get good traction off the second part of the corner. And now we're up into 15th place as we now sit behind Fernando Alonso on the super soft tyres. But now here comes what is the best experience at Baku. Get in the final sector right, and we've got so many cars in a row. We pop out from behind Alonso, and then we slot in behind Grosjean. Fly out from behind Grosjean, pick up the toe from Rosberg, and look at the speed. 226 mile an hour at its highest as we fly up into 10th position at the end of lap 1 into lap 2, up into the bottom position of the points now. And, well, I mean, that was a much better start than I honestly anticipated that I was going to be getting here. Onto lap 2 now, as we're now the ones heading the train as we're going to look to head into turn 1. We had to lift ever so slightly going into that right-hander. That's going to give Rosberg an opportunity in his fast-charging Mercedes. He's down there inside. I went with a low-drag setup for Baku. I mean, look at how long this straight is. No intention of braking, not even yet. Now we jump on the brake pedal and we retain ahead of Bottas and Rosberg and Magnussen and whoever else is behind us. But now, DRS is active the following lap, and it's now my teammate, K-Mag, in the rear view. Kevin Magnussen's in our slipstream. He was going to flick open the DRS as soon as he gets to the activation point, which is now, but he's got nothing. Like, I don't know if he's running higher drag on that Renault, but he got essentially no extra speed into turn 1. He's caught on our side pod there, and that's going to cost him some positions. He's now going to get done by Danny Kvyat now as we head on to lap 4 and the second tight left-hand corner. Pretty much where most of the action happens in Baku, but now we've got a safety car. Why, oh why do we have a safety car? I'm not too sure why. However, what we do know is, look, everyone behind us is reacting. A few guys jumping into the pits, including Kevin Magnussen. There's the safety car now. We're going to pass that and be up into 9th place. So someone from ahead of us has peeled in or retired from this Grand Prix. And now, here we go now. We are essentially trying to jump on the back of everyone up behind Hulkenberg. You see the safety cars most of the way through the first sector. These guys are travelling fairly slowly now, and so I've got to sit behind them because we can't overtake. And it looks like, yes, they are. Everyone's peeling in early on the super soft tyre. I don't know what their intentions would be, because I don't think the soft is going to go 21 laps to the end of the race. They might have converted to a 2-stop. But here we are, we're behind Max Verstappen now on the safety car, and as you can see, I decided to have a quick look at the race director, see what everyone was doing. Obviously, loads of people didn't pit, a lot of the leaders did. Some went to super soft for a second stint, indicates definitely doing a 2-stop. Daniel Ricciardo on the medium strikes me as someone who could be going to the end of the Grand Prix there, but I was just so interested by that point. So we're behind Verstappen, the only front runner who didn't pit, essentially, and now he's going to be acting as the safety car. And this is going to feel slow based upon against our last couple of laps. As you can see, we're still waiting for Verstappen to pick it up there. We're just waiting on him, and we're waiting. And we'd normally be doing near 200 miles an hour by this point, and then we're just hurrying him up. But we stick in the slipstream because we know the minute he starts going is the minute he punches a hole in the air. We get the speed, green flag, chuck it down the inside, as it were. And even before turn 1, we are into the lead of the European Grand Prix at Azerbaijan, ahead of Verstappen and Nico Rosberg. We've been tapped from behind going into the one of the late corners on lap 9 now. Verstappen still up behind us. Fernando Alonso is up into 3rd position. Verstappen dives it down our inside. However, in hindsight, probably not the smartest idea from the young Dutchman, as now he has left himself susceptible to Slipstream and DRS. As we go around the right hander, we're going to stick in the Slipstream. Look at this, we're going to pounce on him. We're already doing 210. Now we open DRS, and look at, he's just got no answer. The engine and the drag upgrade for Baku working absolute wonders here. As we now come on to lap 11, Verstappen's trying to come back at us now. As we go into this left-hander, contact between us. Verstappen he's either done a late move. I wasn't expecting him to go down our inside. Let's have another look at that there. So on board with Verstappen, here he comes. He's going to come down the inside. He's not really next to us. He's a bit late. I mean, I know it looked like I turned in, but it was very, very late. On board with Rosberg, look at this now. He's gone in, and it looks like he's actually made contact with the wall and then hit us. And Rosberg's even stationary for a few moments. Let's look at this on a slow-mo with Verstappen. So here he's with our left rear. We're already turning in, and you can see it now. Now he turns. He turned out. He hits the wall, then makes contact with us. I'm gonna have to put the blame more at Verstappen's door for that one there. I don't really see where that was our fault. But anyway, lap 11, Verstappen has front wing damage. Esteban Gutierrez out of the Grand Prix. They're still bunching up around that corner. On board with... Oh, what is... Gutierrez just flew into the back of a Toro Rosso. No idea what the Mexican was doing. On board with K-Mag, and you see him there ploughing into what I would believe was Carlos Sainz. And look at the debris on lap 12. Absolutely ludicrous there. We now move on to lap 13. We have Nico Rosberg in our rear view. He's going to look down the inside of this corner. We're going to run it out wide, get the better drive. Pascal Wehrlein is up in 3rd on the medium tyre shod manner. And look at this. This is a few laps later into turn 1. Nico tries. He went to go around the outside. Appeared to get caught on us, and that's cost him a couple of seconds there. But now we head later on into lap 15. We're coming up into the castle section. Rosberg is down our inside. Contact is made. We catch it. Get the drive. Rosberg is coming around our outside. We're looking to go into the castle section. It's only single file around here, and Rosberg has thrown himself into the wall. Yellow flags, and he's out of the European Grand Prix. Let's have a look at this again on board with Rosberg. So he's got caught on our side pod. It's only single file. We're defending. Rosberg's turned into our side pod, and it's thrown him straight into the wall. Let's look at this from an aerial perspective here. So he's again next to our wheel. He's not even really next to us. We're defending our line, and Rosberg, he's coming far too hot, and he's thrown himself out of the European Grand Prix. You can see now 1 lap later we have a 38-second lead to the 2nd place Pascal Wehrlein, and essentially we're unchallenged now. So we're going to come nice and easy into the pit stop. Lap 17 now, end of lap 17, as we're going to look to fit the super soft tyre and run to the end of the Grand Prix. And I mean, well, once Rosberg tried a suicidal move, quite frankly, by my own comments, to try and gain the lead, and threw himself out of the race, the gap was so vast. It was just due to the safety car and whatever strategy the AI wanted to put themselves on. They've screwed themselves, and we are now out in front with 8 laps to go, as it were. 9 if you include the one we're on. Super soft tyres, fastest tyre available to us. And the only highlight here is lap 21 as Sergio Perez is out of the race. We have a look here now. His car's not making that much noise, and that's because he's blown up going down that 2nd straight towards the 3rd corner. But that was it. Once Rosberg was out of the race, we just carried on driving. Danny Kvyat moves up into 2nd place. Pascal Wehrlein is 3rd, and we're just gonna cruise it home. We allow Rio Haryanto, our old mate, I remember you, boy. We're just gonna cruise it now. We've got so much room. We're just gonna weave and crawl across the line. Checkered flag is out, and we're going to take our maiden victory at the new circuit. If someone had told me at the end of qualifying I would be winning and have a lead of 38 seconds at some point during the Grand Prix, I would have called them crazy. But no, we have come through and won our first ever race in Formula 1 around the streets of Azerbaijan.
Without a doubt, the safety car changed everything today. The key to their success was keeping calm and reacting to the situation quickly. We've seen teams in the past throw away wins because they were too hesitant, but here they were decisive, and that's allowed them to take the advantage.
And as the adrenaline dies down after another eventful Grand Prix, here come the top three out onto the podium.
So there you have it. There you have it. It's our maiden win in Formula 1. We have a win again for Renault. Wehrlein fell down to 4th, but, you know, we could get used to this. Look at our recent fortune. Monaco happened, you know, 2nd place, 4th place in Canada. Now we get the win here. But Anthony Davidson said it right. It's not as if we could have won this on outright pace. The safety car changed everything. All the top teams dove into the pits, converted themselves to 2, 3 stop strategies, and I knew that my strategy was right for the one stop. Obviously, we were helped by the actions of Verstappen trying to overtake us audaciously, and then there was the Rosberg incident. But none of that matters, because as I said in Monaco, to finish first you have to finish, and that's what we've done. We have won in Monaco, not won in Monaco, we've won in Azerbaijan, Baku, new circuit, victory. We've gone up to 4th in the Constructors. We've also climbed up in the Drivers' Championship standings, and now it's just, where is this victory going to propel us to, essentially? So we're just going to recap with some of our resource points here and get that first driver bonus. We was told at the start of the Grand Prix we needed to make it good, and well, the 21st to 1st. It would have been a shame if we couldn't do 22nd to 1st, you know, a true last to 1st challenge. And I think it's going to be an absolute role reversal against Grosjean here, because we did a faster lap for the most part. And more importantly, we won. Hats off to you, Grosjean. You did well. However, we are back in the driver's seat. Team now absolutely love us, and we have won around the streets of Azerbaijan. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. We're going to be moving on to Austria next, another power circuit, so we'll see what our upgrades have done to the car. But leave a like if you have enjoyed, comment any feedback, subscribe to be the first to be notified about content, and I'll see you all next time.